Your name?
James Robert Adams.
All right, so you're charged with a violation of probation. They think you failed to provide proof of your animal license by May the 4th of 25. That is the charge. If you plead guilty or if you're found guilty, your 771 status could be revoked, conviction entered, you'd be subject to a 90-day jail term. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yeah.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You have the right to a lawyer. I'll be happy to provide you with one at public expense if you cannot afford one, or even if you can't afford one, I'll give you one. You want a lawyer?
I have one.
Where's he at?
Well, I thought today, because all the information that I had given you with Emily, she said, just kind of bring it in and make the talk over.
There's no talking anything over.
Well, I mean, that's what Emily said. You know, she said all the tech.
The only reason this lingered, just so you know, this long is because I had no knowledge that you didn't have that dog licensed.
Well, I tried to, sir.
Listen.
I've got all the tests. I've got the State Department here. I've got the doctors here. I tried to have him.
Listen.
Twice.
Listen.
And then I know, but she said that you would take a look at all the evidence.
I'm not about to overrule their ordinances.
It's 106 years
Listen,
old.
hang on. I don't give a, I could care less.
Did you, I mean, the State Department
Hang
wrote
on.
a letter asking.
If the State Department wants to enter an appearance and Pam Bondi or whoever else wants to come in, they can come in here and represent you if that's what they're choosing to do. I don't care if it's the State Department, the Department of Justice. I ordered you to have this dog licensed. It came to my attention 2 weeks ago that you didn't.
I tried.
Hang on.
More than one.
It's very simple, Mr. Adams. I can't believe we're still going through this.
I can't
If
give him
you-
the test. He's gonna die. You're gonna kill my dog.
I'm not going to kill your
If
dog.
he gets that vaccine, he will die. He almost died before. Should
So,
I just put a bullet and go home and put a bullet in his head?
hang on a second.
I mean, I can do that. Just get it over with. If that's the ruling, then I'll just go home and put a bullet in his head. That way he doesn't have to suffer. You ought to see what he went through. It was horrid.
Listen,
And now you want to kill my dog? And this, who's going to be accountable to that? I mean, he can't have it. I'll
your dogs have been running around. If I took the top 1% of 1% of 1% of 1% of 1% of 1% of 1/2 of 1/99th of 1/2% of people who've had dogs running around, it's between you and your wife. Don't say a word. I am not the legislature. I am a judge. I'm not arrogant enough to ignore laws and rules. The rule is that in order for your dog to be licensed in Brownstown, they have to have shots. Hang on, let me finish. I'm not a member of the legislature. If I wanted to run for the legislature, I would have done that. I still could, I suppose. I'm not too old to do that. I don't make up my own rules here. I don't know what I got to do to make you understand that.
One dog is licensed.
1 out of 2.
I tried to do them both.
Listen.
More than once.
Listen,
He cannot have the shot. He
listen,
will die.
listen.
I have the proof of it for it. He cannot have the shot. I was not negligent. I have been trying and trying and trying. I don't know what else to do other than kill him.
Nobody wants your dog to
Well, if you
die.
vaccinate him, he's pretty much dead. You ought to see what he went through before.
Listen,
I thought I was gonna have to put him down before.
I don't think.
He made it.
Listen,
The doctors are recommending for me not to do it.
Call in the prosecutor. It is a criminal violation for a dog not to be licensed, period. Listen. It is a criminal violation for a dog not to be licensed. In order for a dog to be licensed, the dog has to have its shots. It has to, hang on, let me finish, please. It has to be vaccinated. Now, what you're saying to me is, be a god, be a king, and just say the hell with their ordinance. They don't, you can overrule their ordinance and say, it's, whether you want me to say it's unconstitutional or I'm not going to enforce it. That's not what judges do.
Your Honor.
I want you to listen to me for a second. That's what you want me to do. I can't do that. The dog, if we're going to have a big hearing about with experts and say that this dog is going to die, you're going to have to bring me more in a letter. You're going to have to bring in the doctor, the vet. I presume you have that from, right? You have that from a vet?
Yeah, you have the letter.
I don't, just so you know, Mr. Adams, I don't read things that are sent to me unless they're sent to the other side. I don't know if this was sent to the prosecutor or not.
Emily said she was.
She's not, well, Emily talked to me about this, and I was not real enthused about the fact that this had been going on without me having knowledge of it for several months. When I told you to have the dog licensed, I know I gave you a date here. Must register within 30 days, and that means by May the 4th, and this wasn't brought to my attention until early July, so I don't want to air dirty laundry, but I was not enthused that order had been not complied with, and nobody told me about it until 2.5 weeks ago, at which time I told them immediately set it for hearing. Ms. Foley Carter, your name?
Caitlin Foley Carter, Brunswick Township.
Have you seen any of this documentation?
Emily did send it to me, and Mr. Adams has been talking to Justin Donosky, the Director of Public Works, who is in the courtroom. Mr. Donosky has been in contact with the state. The state reiterated our position is that there are no exceptions or exemptions to not getting the rabies vaccination.
Say that again. I want to make sure I heard that correctly.
Certainly. The state confirmed our position that there are no exemptions or exceptions to not getting the rabies vaccination before being given a license. You
of all people who've had your dogs running all over the township, you and your wife, I'm telling you, this is like, take the dog large cases I've had, and I don't care what the township's done with them. They pled some to civil infractions. They dismissed others. I've had more dog cases with you and your wife in here than any 4,000 people times 10. And I'm supposed to let this dog run around and bite somebody? You know, people fight, dogs bite.
He's good. He's passed the test. The tiger doesn't, he has the antibodies. That's what my attorney was telling you. Bobby was in here saying, hey, he's going to get a titer's test. That was the whole, he was standing right here. We all talked about the titer's test. He said he's getting the titer's test to make sure he has the antibodies. He can't get rabies. He has the antibodies in him. And as far as Kansas State, where this was done, they issue the license.
Hang on. All I know is that the stipulated plea agreement.
You can't amend this and try to fix it for a remedy? Because there needs to be
fix it for a remedy. What? Ignore the Brownstown laws?
It's 106 years old. They didn't have this technology 106 years ago.
Then you can, I can't just declare this unconstitutional.
It's not, just have a remedy. If you pass the test, why can't you be good? I'm not the only one that has this issue.
I've never heard it from anybody else. I've been here for 31 years.
Dog's license. That's what they tell me. You know, they won't even do it because they don't want the vaccines.
You guys signed, hang on.
I want to do that.
I was a little shocked by that too with your lawyer, if you don't mind me saying. Hang on. He's bringing up something at the time of the plea, and you guys signed a plea agreement saying, let me just pull it out here. I don't want to misquote it. Must register and obtain licenses for all animals in the home within 30 days. That's in part and part. I ordered that. You're not obtaining a license. They're not given a license. I don't know if the township hasn't even been in existence for 106 years.
She quoted on here that it was the law was from 1919.
It could be by statute, but it's not the ordinance.
So
They haven't been in existence that long.
for the state.
How long's the township been in
1919
existence?
Not that long. I believe he's talking about the dog law. of
The dog law,
1919.
yeah, 1919
It's a
requires
statute.
licensing to enforce.
Sir,
I want to do the right thing. I've been trying.
I'm going to let you appeal this.
I can't.
I'm
kill
going
the
to
dog.
let you appeal this. You can appeal this. You can take this up to the circuit court and then to the Court of Appeals, and if need be, to the Supreme Court.
Somebody needs to do it. It's not.
Do it. I am not about to carve out an exception for you or anybody else or myself. Now, I'm not going to argue with you. You want to get your lawyer here and you want to contest this, you feel free. I'll give you an opportunity. I'll adjourn it a week.
Okay.
But my patience is running thin because I have been told, I was not told about this, or I promise you this would not have lingered this long.
I kept in touch with Emily the whole time.
She told me that.
Even when I wasn't supposed to come in, I kept in touch with
She
her.
told me that.
I would just stop by and talk.
She told me that.
So I'm trying to do it. I really am. And this is not.
Have you seen this report that he has?
The titter test around Kansas State University I did. It's not a replacement for the rabies vaccination, however.
They say it is.
The state or the township doesn't.
I mean, the Kansas does. They're the ones that do all the.
She's saying,
international
did you hear
testing.
what she just said? The
Yes.
state isn't saying it is, the township isn't saying it is.
So
Nobody wants your dog to die, Mr.
Well, they will if
Adams.
I give him the test. He's got a really good chance of dying.
Bring in the vet. I want to talk to this vet. You bring in your vet and you bring in your lawyer, okay? I'm going to have some questions for him. She's going to have some questions for him. I cannot just allow a dog to run around that could create rabies, especially with the history that you and your wife have with letting dogs run around. I mean, if you want to buy every house in the township in your subdivision and get them to rezone it and let you build a park with a fence about it, you can run your dogs all over the place. But this is ridiculous. I'm not negotiating.
Why don't you just get rid of him?
You do what you want to do, but I cannot. I don't think you're understanding me. I cannot and will not ignore laws. Good judges don't do that. I don't write my own laws up here. I never have, and I'm not starting today. I can't just say, forget the township. It's okay for me to allow you to illegally own this dog and not have it licensed in accordance with their ordinances or the state statutes. I can't do that. No decent judge in the country will do that.
You know I haven't tried. Well, that wasn't my intentions.
Well, I'm telling you what it is. I'm just telling you.
But you understand that that was not my intentions of doing that. I am trying.
Nobody said it. You weren't trying. She's told me you were trying.
And then this test is
Listen,
important.
I'm going to adjourn it. You have to understand. I'm going to tell you one last time. I can't imagine what a vet is going to be able to tell me where I'm going to say, yes, you can disregard their ordinances. I mean, anybody who knows me knows I would never say, yeah, it's okay if you illegally own this dog. Did you hear what I said? No, I don't have that kind of power. I'm not a king. We have 3 branches of government. All of a sudden in this country, we got all kinds of people that think they have all kinds of power beyond what they have, and I'm not one of them. I have the power to adjudicate, interpret, and make decisions in accordance with the law. I took an oath with that, and I'm not breaking it. Tell me when you can get your vet here. If you want to go make a call and find out when your vet's available, I'll ask them to come in a separate day so I can accommodate them. And you can get whoever lawyers you want and bring them in, and we'll all have a nice little conversation. But I'm going to tell you, at the end of the day, my saying You don't have to comply with an ordinance. I can't imagine what I'm gonna have to hear. So if that's what you think it is, you might want to save yourself some time and money and just make up your mind. I'm gonna appeal the judge's decision. I don't agree with him. It's okay. You're not gonna be the first one, by the way, Mr. Adams, that's disagreed with me. I've been doing this for 31 years and I have people disagree with me frequently. It's okay. We can all have the right to disagree. I just know when I go home every night, I can look in the mirror.
Can I ask you a question?
Hey, did you hear what I just said? I can go look in the mirror, and that's all I've ever asked of myself.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
If you were in my shoes, would you give your dog a vaccine?
I wouldn't buy a dog if I couldn't get the dog vaccinated.
You don't buy, I saved it.
Pardon?
I saved the dog.
Whether it's a rescue dog or otherwise, I am not big enough in my mind to ignore laws. If I start ignoring laws, I got no business doing what I did. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You can run for the township board, get them to change the ordinance. You can do that down the road. Or you can run for the legislature, get them to change the state statute. But judges don't legislate from the bench. Good judges don't make up their own rules. There's a lot of things I've disagreed with in my career here that I've seen on the books and ordinances and statutes. Nobody would know it. I mean, sometimes I get a little lippy because I wear my emotions on my sleeve, but I try not to say what I disagree with when I disagree with the law because it's not my function. But either way, whether I agree with it or disagree with it, I follow it, period. So I have no problem. Go call your vet, call your lawyer, but you're asking me again, I just can't make you understand this enough. I cannot say that it's okay for you to violate laws because I don't like the law. It's not okay.
You can't make exceptions for.
How can I make exceptions?
Not every situation is the same. It's really not. In situations.
You bring your vet. I'm giving you the opportunity. Bring your vet. Bring your lawyer. Go call them and tell me what day, and I'll try to work with you. Right. Okay? Thanks. All right. Let's do Mackenzie Lynn Goff, 25B1486388A and B and C.